Hey guys, just wanted to let you know that I'm going to be streaming tonight at 4:30 Central Standard Time on twitch.tv/MindAmirdan. Go ahead and check it out if you want to see some sweet Battle for Zendikar cube or even Konzo Tarkir block something. Go ahead and follow me on Twitch to get a notification when I start streaming. So I will hopefully see you then, and I hope you enjoy the video. Hello and welcome to the Daily Draft, where we take Magic one draft at a time. My name is Morgan, and we are in a Battle for Zendikar pack pro win Swiss draft once more, because I still have a ton of packs for reasons that you will find out tomorrow. And, yeah, that's not a huge secret. Anyway. We are waiting on 2 more people to jump in the queue, and when that happens, I will see you for the draft. So we've got a pretty neat pack, I guess. There's a lot of stuff that you can do with it. Catacomb Sifter is a linchpin of the green-black sacrifice deck, as is Rot Shambler, and Foreigner Slaughter is a nice aggressive card. Rune Processor is very strong. Eldrazi and Rot Shambler and Horribly Awry are both nice 2-drops. However, Uggin's Insight is very powerful. You scry X, where X is the highest converted mana cost among permanents you control, and then draw 3 cards. So you're guaranteed to draw 3 cards, and you can scry for some non-zero amount. So we're going to go ahead and take it. The card advantage is pretty killer. Here we have a couple of options. There's Ulamog's Reclaimer, which is a 5-drop. Can buy back Uggin's Insight. We have another Rune Processor, and there's an Eldrazi Sky Spawner, and these are all the cards that we are considering in our colors, and I think by far the most powerful options. We're going to go ahead and take Eldrazi Sky Spawner because it's the most powerful common in the set, I think, or the best common in the set. And pass the Ulamog's Reclaimer, although it would be really sweet with Uggin's Insight. So here we have the options of Smoldering Marsh, Drana's Emissary, Pilgrim's Eye, or Reclaimer, and this time I think I'm going to take the Reclaimer. Pilgrim's Eye is very good. It allows you to play multiple colors very easily, but I think reclaiming the Uggin's Insight is just really sweet. In addition, we're sort of cutting blue that way, which is something I like to do. Here, Wavewing Elemental is nice, but we're definitely just taking Titan's Presence. We have 2 Eldrazi already, and it's a good thing to exile, to put something into exile with Ulamog's Reclaimer. And the way we're going, we're probably looking to pick up some, 7 and 8 drop Eldrazi as well. Here, Silent Skimmer is pretty good. Is it better than taking an Evolving Wilds? We're going into black-blue again, which is pretty great. I think Silent Skimmer is good enough that I'll take it over Evolving Wilds. Having a 0/4 in the 4-drop spot that flies is pretty nice when your end goal is to Uggin's Insight, although not great with Titan's Presence, worth noting. Got some neat alt art cards here. McKinley Patrol, Coral Guide is fine, Arcana Assassin's fine, Shadow Glider is the best card in the pack, probably. Well, actually, Courier Griffin, best card in the pack. I think it's worth speculating and taking that over Shadow Glider, Arcana Assassin, and Coral Home Guide. Kind of staying clear of the green. I like flyers. I like white cards. Pretty easily just taking a Dominator Drone here. Dominator Drone gives us a 3rd power to reveal to Titan's Presence. Green is super open. We're going to go ahead and take Swarm Surge, though. It's good with Sky Spawner. It makes Silent Skimmer a little bit better. It's fine if we have the requisite concentration of colorless spells. So green, super open. We would have had a nutty green-black deck too, but I think we're just going to take a Silent Skimmer there. not really interested in moving off of our current plan, which is to play blue spells and play black spells. I could see taking a Catacomb Sifter there over the second Silent Skimmer, but it's not really something that interested me too much. I think that Sky Spawner, Reclaimer, and Insight are all better than the possibility of getting like a couple late Eyeless Watchers. We wheeled the second Reclaimer? That's awesome. I'll take it over Bone Splinters. Like, this card doesn't generally wheel. It's not like the best card, but it's still fairly good in blue Devoid decks, so I like it. I like having it better than I like having Oracle of Dust, which is another reasonable 5-drop in any Devoid deck. I also like having it with Ugin Insight. Seems real good. Beastmaster, you're in the sideboard. Alright, Sound Skimmer number 3. I'll take it. We're looking for things like Sludge Crawler. We're looking for things like Complete Disregard. We're looking for things like Coastal Discovery. Take the Ally. What? Maybe we're supposed to be playing black-white. Like, that doesn't... This card is good. I mean, it attacks. It blocks. It attacks. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe I'm just terrible at Magic. Painful Truths is nice, but we have the Ugin's Insight, so we have a fair amount of card advantage. Passing Touch of the Void in favor of this Tide Drifter. Tide Drifter is great. I love this card. It makes all of our cards so hard to kill. Yeah. Cool. Cards I'd like to see back. Culling Drone, Grave Birthing, maybe Tightening Coils. Incubator Drone is fine, but we have 3 4-drops already. Incubator Drone's better with Swarm Surge, I suppose. But yeah, Fathom Feeder. Cool. Let's put these over here. Fathom Feeder's sweet. It's kind of interesting because I thought that Death Touch combined well with Ingest because, you know, your opponent might not be interested in blocking it right away. That's a complete disregard. Your opponent might not be interested in blocking it early in the game. They don't want to trade away their board presence. But it turns out that Death Touch is just good on Fathom Feeder because whenever you attack with it, your opponent's probably going to block. So, one thing to keep in mind. There's also a Sludge Crawler here, but yeah, we're defs taking this complete disregard. Again, good with Ulamog's Reclaimer in that it puts stuff... It goes infinite with Ulamog's Reclaimer, right? You complete disregard something, then you play Ulamog's Reclaimer, put that something into the graveyard, get complete disregard back, and then exile something. So, basically infinite, actually. Just... yeah. So, we've got a pretty sweet Devoid deck going on here. And to that end, I'm going to take the Horribly Awry over the Mindraker. I like Horribly Awry quite a bit, and it puts stuff into exile fairly early on. And I'd rather have a Merc Strider than a Mindraker, especially when I have 3 Silent Skimmers, so I can afford to be a little bit picky about what cards that I put in my deck right now. Or what 4-drops I put in my deck, anyway. Even though we are a Devoid deck, I can't imagine taking a Salvage Drone. It's between Tightening Coils and Grave Birthing. I think Tightening Coils is a fine thing to put in our deck. Especially since we're a more late game deck, I think. Speaking of late game, I'm fine with a Blighted Cataract in the deck. One thing to keep in mind is what our like cap is for this Titan's Presence. Right now, the biggest thing we can exile is a 3 power guy, so that means that we're going to be a little bit more liberal about using Titan's Presence as a worse complete disregard. And that's fine. Titan's Presence is kind of an opportunity card anyway, because sometimes you'll get in a position where you play out all of your colorless creatures and you don't actually get to reveal anything anymore, which is bad. So yeah, that's one thing to note about the strategy of Titan's Presence. We do want like a rune processor or a breaker of armies. One of those things that we missed out on earlier in the draft is something that we're really interested in taking. Interesting pick here. We've got a Halimar Tidecaller, which is not the it's not great right now. The rebuying an Awaken spell is fine, except for the fact that we don't have any Awaken spells. And we do have Reclaimer to kind of take that role. The giving lands flying is also good if we have multiple Awaken spells, but we really don't. So I'm just going to go ahead and take this Dominator Drone. Here, between Culling Drone and Mindraker, and anticipate, what do I want? I think I can take a Mindraker. Mindraker being a 3/3 for 4 is just pretty big. And a 3/5 for 5 is also pretty big. The looting is nice, actually. We need like a Benthic Infiltrator or something. Something that can consistently get in for damage. Mist Intruder would also be nice. And again, a Ruin Processor or something to pay us off for having all of these exile would be great. Here, over the Incubator Drone, I'm going to take the Tightening Coils. Having Dominator Drones is nice, though, because it is a 3/2 for 3, which is fairly efficient in this format. Sure, I'll take a Gravebear thing. Not really looking forward to seeing that Core Castigator, except, oh wait, I have a wall in my deck. That's fine. Kozilek Sentinel is much better than I think people give it credit for. Being able to draft like 3 of them when I'm in Red Devoid is fantastic. Sure, I'll take a Mountain. That's cool. And I'll take a last pick Oracle of Dust. I'm not sure about playing it, but it's still fine in the deck. Serpentine Spike and Rolling Thunder are both good. I don't think I can splash them, but like Skitterskin is the best card in the pack for the deck, and I don't really like Skitterskin that much. I think I'm gonna take Rolling Thunder. Kind of, yeah. I don't care for Skitterskin much in this deck, even with the Titan's Presence. Could see taking the Gul'Daraz's Overseer, or Kozilek's Channeler is good. I think I just take the big flyer. Like, I've got plenty of 5-drops and I don't really need the mana acceleration that much. Ooh, okay, this is an interesting choice. We've got a Rune Processor here and a Sky Spawner. And Sky Spawner is, I think, better, but we haven't seen a Rune Processor in a while, and I really want one for the deck. So we're going to go ahead and take the Rune Processor over the slightly more powerful, or the slightly better, not necessarily more powerful, but the slightly better Sky Spawner. Alright, well, immediately punished. I wonder if I could wheel the Sanctum of Ugin, because I like Sanctum of Ugin quite a bit. And I think it's really good with multiple rune processors, but I just want this other rune processor. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try and wheel the Sanctum of Ugin. Prairie Stream's sweet. Could use it to splash this Courier Griffin. I could also take the Eldrazi Devastator. But I like having rune processors better, and I think Uldraz Overseer is a little bit better as well, so I'm just gonna take the Prairie Stream. Although I think in white, the stuff more splashing is usually double white. Awkwardly. We're gonna take this Oracle of Dust and put it in the sideboard. I'm just gonna take this Processor Assault and put it in the sideboard. Could take another Blighted Cataract. Could also take like a Scour from Existence for the sideboard. I like this card. Deck is sweet, man. Wow, we got some interesting options here. Myers Malice is pretty sweet. Horribly Awry and Transgress the Mind are both good. Mist Intruder is a semi-consistent form of card advantage. Not card advantage, ingest. What do we have for ingest? We have Dominator Drones, Fathom Feeder, Horribly Awry. It's between Mist Intruder and Transgress the Mind, and I think it's just Mist Intruder. That one was a kind of interesting one, but I like having a 2-drop that I can attack with multiple times. We're gonna put a Silent Skimmer on the board right now. Mist Intruder, another thing we can reveal to Titan's Presence. Kill their like Fortified Rampart. Skitterskin Wield, so we're gonna go ahead and take that, and I think play it over something. We're definitely playing it. It's kind of awkward in this deck, but it's still fine. Take another Courier Griffin. Not really interested in Blighted Fen. Maybe Grave Birthing. Maybe one of the Tightening Coils. Maybe just Oracle of Dust. Yeah, we'll play it over Oracle of Dust. Now we have like a 4 to reveal the Titan's Presence plus the 2 rune processors. That makes me feel a little bit better about it. Okay. Sanctum Wield? Yay! Alright. Alright, I'm happy. I can have my Sanctum. I love playing with Sanctum. It's one of the better cards that I could have wheeled there. I'm probably going to cut up Blighted Cataract now because Sanctum is another colorless land and we don't want to have too many of those, even though our deck is largely quote-unquote colorless. Deck looks sweet. I think we're better off having 2 rune processors than 2 sky spawners, maybe. But yeah, so let's add some basics. 50-50? Sure. We'll submit, and I'll see you guys in round 1.